isn't an accident. It's a system. Winners don't wake up and hope for a great life. They build one. They don't wish for success. They work for it. And if you want to step into the life you were designed for, the life of abundance, confidence, and impact, you must be intentional about what you work on every single day. Success is a daily habit, not a one-time event. You don't plant a seed and expect a tree overnight. But if you cultivate the right habits every single day, you will see results beyond your wildest dreams. So today, I'm giving you 10 things you must work on every day to step into the life of abundance and purpose you were meant for. Let's go. Faith is the foundation of everything you build in life. It is the unseen force that drives your actions, shapes your decisions, and determines how high you can rise. Without faith, fear takes over, and fear will always limit you. Faith is not just about what you believe in a spiritual sense. It is about the confidence you have in yourself, in your abilities, and in the purpose you were created for. Every person who has achieved something great had to first believe it was possible before they saw the evidence. Faith is the ability to walk forward even when you don't yet see the full path, trusting that the ground will be there when you take the next step. The world conditions people to doubt, to question, and to hesitate. Society teaches you to look at your circumstances and accept them as your reality. But faith requires you to look beyond where you are and see where you are going. Faith is the ability to see opportunity where others see obstacles, to see potential where others see problem. It is what allows a person with no resources to still dream of wealth, a person with no connections to still expect success, and a person with a painful past to still believe in a powerful future. Faith is the refusal to let your current situation define your ultimate destination. Every day, you must actively strengthen your faith because the world will constantly try to weaken it. Negativity, doubt, and fear are everywhere, and if you're not careful, they will creep into your mind and lower your expectations. This is why feeding your faith must be a daily practice. You must immerse yourself in words that uplift you, in principles that guide you, and in environments that reinforce what you believe is possible. Just as an athlete trains every day to strengthen their body, you must train your faith every day to strengthen your spirit. You must surround yourself with people who encourage your vision, not those who tear it down. Faith is the key to resilience. Life will test you. You will face challenges that make you question everything. You will experience failures that shake your confidence. You will have moments when it feels like nothing is working. But faith is what keeps you standing when everything around you says you should fall. Faith is what keeps you pushing forward when logic says to quit. Faith is what tells you that even though the doors are closed today, they will open if you keep knocking. Without faith, adversity will defeat you. But with faith, adversity will develop you. Faith is not just a belief, it's a force. It moves you to take action even when you don't have all the answers. It pushes you to prepare for the opportunity before the opportunity arrives. It forces you to act in expectation, not hesitation. People with strong faith don't wait for success to show up. They prepare for it in advance. They build as if the resources are coming. They move as if the doors are opening. They take steps as if the path will appear. Faith is not passive, it is proactive. It requires boldness, confidence, and a refusal to accept anything less than the destiny you were created for. There is a direct connection between faith and abundance. People who struggle to believe in themselves often struggle to receive opportunities. People who doubt their worth often settle for less than they deserve. Faith opens doors because it positions you to recognize and seize opportunities when they come. When you believe in something with conviction, you speak differently, you walk differently, and you make decisions differently. That energy attracts the right people, the right resources, and the right breakthroughs into your life. Your level of faith determines your level of success, because the size of your belief determines the size of your results. Many people make the mistake of only having faith when things are going well, but real faith is tested in the dark moments, when nothing seems to be working, when the challenges feel overwhelming, and when the doubts start creeping in. This is when you must hold on the tightest. This is when you must remind yourself why you started. Faith means standing firm even when the evidence suggests otherwise. It means trusting the process even when progress is not visible. It means knowing deep down that the victory is already yours, even if you haven't seen it manifest yet. Every great success story is a story of faith. Every entrepreneur who built something from nothing, every leader who changed the world, every person who rose above their circumstances, they all had faith. They had a vision that others couldn't see. They had belief when others doubted. They had certainty when everything around them was uncertain. And because they held on to their faith, they turned the impossible into reality. Your mindset is the control center of your life. Every action you take, every decision you make, and every result you experience all originate from the way you think. If your mind is programmed for success, you will find solutions where others see problems. You will take action where others hesitate. You will persist where others quit. But if your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, then no amount of talent, skill, or opportunity will be enough to take you where you want to go. Your mindset is either your greatest asset or your biggest liability, and the choice is entirely yours. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by accident. They conditioned their minds to expect greatness. They trained themselves to see opportunity in every situation. They refused to let setbacks define them, and they refused to let fear stop them. A winning mindset is not something you are born with. It is something you must develop. It requires daily work, because if you don't take control of your thoughts, the world will do it for you. Negativity is everywhere. Doubt is easy to find, and fear is always waiting for an opportunity to take over. That is why you must be intentional about protecting and strengthening your mindset every single day. One of the biggest differences between those who succeed and those who struggle is how they interpret failure. A weak mindset sees failure as proof that success is impossible. A strong mindset sees failure as part of the process. Every time you face rejection, every time you fall short, every time you experience a setback, you are being given an opportunity to learn, adjust, and come back stronger. The people who achieve the highest levels of success are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to let failure stop them. They see failure as feedback, not as a final verdict. Your mindset also determines how you handle pressure. Life will challenge you. Business will test you. Circumstances will push you to your limits. If your mindset is weak, you will crumble under the weight of adversity. But if your mindset is strong, you will use adversity as fuel. You will look at challenges as stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. You will understand that pressure is not meant to break you. It is meant to make you better. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and so are champions. The way you think about challenges will determine whether they defeat you or develop you. Your beliefs shape your reality. If you believe you are limited, you will act in ways that keep you small. If you believe you are capable, you will take risks, push forward, and step into your full potential. The way you speak to yourself matters. If you constantly tell yourself that something is too hard, that you are not good enough, or that success is only for other people, then you will prove yourself right. But if you train yourself to think in terms of possibilities, solutions, and growth, you will find ways to make the impossible possible. The words you speak to yourself every day are either building you up or tearing you down. Your mindset determines your habits, and your habits determine your destiny. A person with a strong mindset disciplines themselves to do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like doing it. They understand that success is not about motivation, it's about commitment. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is permanent. The most successful people don't rely on feelings, they rely on principles. They train their minds to push through discomfort, to stay focused, and to keep going even when the results are not immediate. They understand that their habits today create their reality tomorrow. The people you surround yourself with also influence your mindset. If you spend time with people who think small, who complain, and who always look for excuses, their mindset will rub off on you. But if you surround yourself with people who think big, who take action, and who refuse to settle for mediocrity, their mindset will elevate yours. Your environment plays a massive role in shaping the way you think. That is why you must be intentional about what you listen to, what you watch, and who you associate with. A strong mindset is built by consistently feeding your mind with inspiration, knowledge, and positive reinforcement. Your potential is limitless, but you will never tap into it if your mindset is limited. Every breakthrough, every transformation, and every success story begins in the mind. The moment you decide to take full control of your thoughts is the moment you take full control of your future. If you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. Your health is the foundation of everything you do. Without it, all the success, wealth, and accomplishments in the world mean nothing. Yet, too many people sacrifice their health in the pursuit of success only to realize later that success without well-being is worthless. Your body is not just a vehicle that carries you through life. It is the tool that determines your energy, your focus, and your ability to perform at the highest level. When you neglect your health, you limit your potential in every other area of life. But when you prioritize your health, you unlock a new level of strength, endurance, and mental clarity that allows you to operate at your best. Energy is the currency of execution. If you constantly feel tired, sluggish, or weak, you will struggle to take massive action toward your goals. High achievers understand that their ability to perform is directly linked to their physical well-being. What you eat, how you move, and how you rest all determine the amount of energy you bring to your business, your relationships, and your daily tasks. If you feed your body with junk, you will feel like junk. If you skip exercise, your body will lack the strength and endurance needed to handle long hours and high-pressure situations. If you neglect sleep, your brain will not function at full capacity. Every choice you make regarding your health is either fueling you for success or draining your ability to perform. Your health is not just about your body, it's also about your mind. The connection between physical and mental health is undeniable. When you exercise regularly, your brain releases chemicals that improve your mood, boost your confidence, and reduce stress. When you eat nutritious foods, your mind stays sharp, your focus improves, and your ability to make decisions strengthens. On the other hand, when you fill your body with processed foods, sugar, and toxins, your mind becomes foggy, your emotions become unstable, and your motivation declines. A strong mind requires a strong body, and the two work together to determine your overall performance in life. Discipline in health creates discipline in every other area of life. The ability to commit to daily exercise, healthy eating, and proper rest strengthens your ability to stay disciplined in business, finances, and personal growth. The person who wakes up early to work out is the same person who shows up with focus and determination in their business. The person who takes care of their body is the same person who takes care of their responsibilities. Success in one area of life always translates into success in other areas. And building discipline through health is one of the most powerful ways to create momentum in every other aspect of life. Many people treat their health as an afterthought, only paying attention when a problem arises. They wait until they are sick, overweight, or exhausted before they decide to make a change, but by then, the damage has already been done. True success requires a proactive approach to health, not a reactive one. Prevention is always better than cure. Instead of waiting until your body breaks down, take care of it now. Instead of hoping you'll have the energy to chase your dreams in the future, create that energy today. Health is not something you fix when it's broken. It's something you maintain daily so that you never have to worry about it holding you back. Your body is the only place you have to live, and how you treat it will determine the quality of your life. The wealthiest, most successful people in the world understand that their body is their greatest asset, and they treat it as such. They prioritize movement, they fuel their body with the right nutrients, and they get the rest they need to operate at peak performance. The way you care for your health is a reflection of the way you care for your future. The stronger, healthier, and more energized you are, the more you will be able to achieve in every area of life. Your skills determine the level of success you can achieve. No matter how much ambition you have, without the right skills, you will always be limited in what you can accomplish. Talent alone is not enough. Skills must be developed, refined, and expanded over time. The difference between those who struggle and those who thrive is often their ability to master the skills that set them apart. Every highly successful person, whether in business, sports, or leadership, has committed to sharpening their abilities every single day. Skills are the tools you use to build success, and the sharper your tools, the greater the results you can produce. Mastery is a lifelong pursuit. No one reaches the top by being average, and no one stays at the top without continuous growth. The best performers in any field understand that complacency is the enemy of success. Just because you are good at something today doesn't mean you will be relevant tomorrow. The world is constantly evolving. Industries are changing, and competition is always increasing. If you are not consistently improving, you are falling behind. The people who rise to the highest levels are the ones who commit to learning, practicing, and refining their craft every single day. Your skills directly impact your value in the marketplace. The more valuable your skills, the more opportunities you attract, the more income you generate, and the more control you have over your future. Employers, clients, and customers do not pay for effort, they pay for results. And results are produced by skill. If you want to increase your income, increase your skills. If you want to create more opportunities, create more expertise. Too many people complain about not getting paid enough, yet they never take the time to improve what they bring to the table. The marketplace rewards mastery, and those who invest in their skills will always have the upper hand. Developing your skills requires intentional effort. It is not enough to simply go through the motions or hope that experience alone will make you better. True growth happens when you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, challenge yourself to improve, and actively seek knowledge from those who are ahead of you. Reading books, attending seminars, finding mentors, and practicing deliberately are all necessary steps in mastering any skill. The best athletes have coaches, the best business leaders study constantly, and the best performers in any field never stop refining their abilities. Excellence is a habit, not an accident. One of the most powerful things about skill development is that it compounds over time. The more you learn, the more you can leverage what you know to accelerate your growth even further. A person who commits to improving just 1% every day will be miles ahead of someone who stays the same. Small improvements made consistently lead to massive results. The skills you develop today will open doors for you tomorrow. The effort you put into learning now will pay off in ways you cannot yet see. Every time you invest in your skills, you are investing in your future success. The greatest advantage you can have is to become so good at what you do that you cannot be ignored. When you reach a level of skill that makes you invaluable, opportunities will chase you, doors will open for you, and success will become inevitable. No matter where you start, no matter what challenges you face, you can always improve. Your skills are within your control, and every day is an opportunity to sharpen them, refine them, and elevate your potential. Your relationships have the power to elevate you or destroy you. The people you surround yourself with influence your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your success. No one succeeds alone, and no one fails alone. Your relationships play a direct role in shaping your future. If you spend time with people who think small, complain, and settle for mediocrity, their mentality will rub off on you. But if you surround yourself with people who push you, challenge you, and encourage you to grow, you will naturally rise to a higher level. Relationships are like soil. If you plant yourself in the wrong environment, you will struggle to grow. But if you place yourself in the right environment, your potential becomes limitless. The quality of your relationships is more important than the quantity. Many people chase popularity, trying to be connected with as many people as possible, but numbers mean nothing if the relationships are shallow, toxic, or unproductive. It is better to have a few strong, high-value connections than to be surrounded by people who add no real value to your life. Every relationship should be evaluated by one simple question: does this person help me grow, or do they hold me back? Right relationships inspire, motivate, and support you in becoming the best version of yourself. The wrong relationships drain your energy, fill your mind with negativity, and keep you stuck in patterns that do not serve your future. Your relationships should be built on mutual value and respect. Too often, people approach relationships from a selfish mindset, asking, what can I get from this person, instead of asking, how can I bring value to this person? The strongest relationships are built on giving, not just taking. When you become a person who consistently adds value to others, you naturally attract people who want to do the same for you. Success is not just about what you know or even who you know. It's about who knows you, respects you, and is willing to open doors for you because of the value you bring. One of the biggest mistakes people make is holding on to relationships that no longer serve their growth. Loyalty is a great quality, but blind loyalty to people who keep you stuck is dangerous. Just because someone was part of your past does not mean they deserve a place in your future. Growth often requires separation. As you elevate your mindset, improve your skills, and increase your ambition, you may find that certain people no longer align with where you are going. Letting go of toxic, negative, or stagnant relationships is not betrayal. It is a necessary step in becoming who you are meant to be. Strong relationships require effort, investment, and intentionality. Just like any other area of success, great relationships do not happen by accident. They are built. Communication, trust, and consistency are key. If you want strong friendships, be a great friend. If you want a strong marriage, invest time and effort into your partner. If you want strong business relationships, show up with integrity, reliability, and a willingness to serve. Too many people take their relationships for granted, assuming that just because someone is in their life today, they will always be there. But relationships, like anything valuable, must be nurtured, protected, and prioritized. The right relationships will challenge you, hold you accountable, and push you to levels you could never reach on your own. There is a reason why some people rise faster than others, because they have surrounded themselves with people who elevate their thinking, expand their vision, and push them beyond their comfort zones. If you want to accelerate your success, accelerate the quality of your relationships. Find people who inspire you, who challenge you, and who make you better. In the end, your success will not just be determined by what you do, but by who you choose to do life with. Your finances are a reflection of your mindset, habits, and decisions. Money is not just a tool for survival. It is a resource that can either create freedom or enforce bondage, depending on how you manage it. Many people struggle financially not because they lack opportunities, but because they lack the knowledge and discipline to manage what they already have. Financial success is not about how much money you make. It's about how well you manage, multiply, and steward what comes into your hands. If you cannot manage a little, you will never be trusted with much. The way you handle small amounts of money reveals how you will handle larger sums. Wealth is not created by chance. It is created by principles. People who build wealth follow patterns of discipline, delayed gratification, and strategic investment. They understand that money is not meant to be spent as quickly as it is earned, but to be multiplied through wise decisions. Every dollar that comes into your life is either a seed or a harvest. If you consume everything you receive, you will always live paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet. But if you learn to plant seeds by saving, investing, and creating multiple streams of income, you will eventually experience a financial harvest that continues to grow. Your relationship with money will either empower you or enslave you. If you see money as something that controls you, you will always feel like a victim of your circumstances. But if you see money as something that you control, you will begin to make decisions from a place of power. Financial freedom is not just about having more money. It's about having the ability to make choices without being bound by lack. It is the ability to give generously, live comfortably, and create opportunities without constantly worrying about how the bills will be paid. That kind of freedom starts with how you think about money and how you handle what you have right now. One of the biggest financial traps is the desire for instant gratification. The temptation to spend on what feels good in the moment often destroys the potential for long-term wealth. People who live by their emotions will always be broke because emotions crave comfort and pleasure, not discipline and sacrifice. Wealth builders make decisions based on vision, not feelings. They understand that temporary sacrifice leads to permanent gain, while others are buying things to impress people who don't even care. Wealth builders are quietly saving, investing, and building something that will last for generations. Financial growth requires education. What you don't know about money is costing you more than what you do know is making you. Too many people allow ignorance to keep them broke, living in cycles of debt, lack, and struggle. Financial literacy is not just for the wealthy, it is for anyone who wants to become wealthy. Learning about budgeting, investing, credit, and passive income streams is just as important as learning any other skill. The more you know, the more you can leverage your knowledge to create wealth. Money flows to those who understand how to make it, manage it, and multiply it. Discipline is the bridge between where you are financially and where you want to be. Wealth is not built in a day, it is built daily through consistent habits. Tracking your income, living below your means, investing consistently, and avoiding unnecessary debt are simple habits that create massive results over time. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep and what you do with what you keep. People who master their money never have to chase it because their money is always working for them. Wealth is not something you wish for, it's something you build through daily decisions and disciplined action. Your productivity determines the speed at which you achieve your goals. Time is the one resource you could never get back, yet many people waste it without realizing its value. The most successful individuals understand that productivity is not about being busy, it's about being effective. There is a difference between movement and progress. Just because you are doing a lot does not mean you are getting a lot done. Productivity is about maximizing your time, focusing on what truly matters, and eliminating distractions that slow you down. When you learn to master your time, you learn to master your results. Your ability to stay productive is directly connected to your ability to prioritize. Not everything deserves your attention, and not everything that demands your time is worth it. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who do the most random tasks, but the ones who focus on the tasks that generate the greatest impact. They understand that 80% of results often come from 20% of activities, so they identify the most important actions and pour their energy into those. Productivity is not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. When you focus on high-impact activities, you accomplish more in less time. Distractions are the enemy of productivity. In today's world, with endless notifications, social media, and constant interruptions, staying focused has become more challenging than ever. The most productive people understand that they must protect their time with intention. They set boundaries, turn off distractions, and create an environment that supports deep work. They don't allow other people's priorities to dictate their schedule. They know that every minute wasted is a minute they will never get back. If you do not take control of your time, someone else will control it for you. Focus is a skill, and those who master it gain an incredible advantage in life. Your habits define your productivity. The way you start your day, the routines you follow, and the level of discipline you maintain all determine your ability to get things done. The most productive people do not rely on motivation, they rely on systems. They have structured routines that eliminate guesswork and keep them on track. They don't wait until they feel like working. They have trained themselves to take action regardless of how they feel. Productivity is not about working harder, it's about working smarter, creating efficient systems, and maintaining discipline even when motivation fades. Energy management is just as important as time management. If you are constantly exhausted, overwhelmed, or burnt out, your productivity will suffer. High achievers understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. They manage their energy by taking care of their health, getting enough rest, and maintaining balance. They know that productivity is not about working nonstop, but about working with intensity and focus. Taking breaks, exercising, and fueling the body with proper nutrition are not distractions from work. They are necessary investments in long-term performance. You cannot perform at your best if you are constantly running on empty. Consistency is the secret weapon of productivity. One productive day will not change your life, but a series of consistently productive days will transform your future. Small actions repeated daily create massive results over time. The most productive people do not wait for the perfect moment to start. They take action, adjust as they go, and maintain momentum. They understand that success is built on what they do every single day, not just on what they do occasionally. Productivity is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle. Your resilience is what determines whether you keep going when life gets hard or whether you give up at the first sign of difficulty. Every successful person has faced setbacks, failures, and moments when quitting seemed like the easiest option. But what separates those who achieve greatness from those who stay stuck is their ability to rise after every fall. Resilience is not about avoiding problems. It's about facing them head on and pushing through no matter how tough things get. Life will test you, business will test you, relationships will test you. But if you develop the mindset that nothing can break you, you will always find a way to overcome. Challenges are not meant to destroy you, they are meant to strengthen you. Too many people see obstacles as stop signs instead of seeing them as opportunities to grow. Every time you face a setback, you have two choices. Let it define you or let it refine you. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who had an easy path, but the ones who refuse to let difficulty defeat them. They learn from failure, adapt to adversity, and come back stronger every time. Resilience is built in the moments when you feel like giving up, but decide to keep going anyway. Pain is part of the process. There is no success without struggle, no victory without battle, and no strength without resistance. Just like muscles grow through resistance, your character grows through hardship. Every disappointment, every rejection, and every failure is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the success that is ahead. The problem is that most people want success without struggle, but that's not how life works. If you avoid challenges, you avoid growth. If you run from hardship, you run from the very thing that is meant to make you better. The key to resilience is embracing the struggle and trusting that every difficulty is working in your favor. Your mindset determines your ability to endure. If you believe that obstacles are proof that you are not meant to succeed, you will quit the moment things get tough. But if you believe that obstacles are part of the journey, you will push through them with determination. The most resilient people in the world do not see failure as the end. They see it as feedback. They learn from every mistake, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. They refuse to let temporary setbacks turn into permanent defeats. They know that as long as they do not quit, they cannot lose. Resilience is not just about enduring hardship, it's about coming out stronger on the other side. Life will knock you down, but resilience is what gets you back up. The people who win in life are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who never stay down. Every time you get back up after a fall, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the challenge in front of you. Every time you refuse to quit, you build the kind of character that can handle greater levels of success. The greatest rewards in life go to those who refuse to be broken by setbacks. Discomfort is the birthplace of growth. If you never step outside your comfort zone, you will never know what you are truly capable of. The only way to develop resilience is to go through situations that require it. Every challenge you overcome adds another layer of strength to who you are. Every battle you fight prepares you for the next level of success. Life is not about avoiding difficulties, it's about developing the toughness to handle them. The stronger your resilience, the more unstoppable you become. Your legacy is not just what you achieve in your lifetime, it is what you leave behind that continues to impact others long after you are gone. Too many people go through life only thinking about the present moment, focusing on short-term success and chasing temporary gratification. But the most successful individuals understand that true greatness is not measured by what you gain, but by what you give. The impact you make, the lives you touch, and the principles you instill in others will outlive you. Your name can either be forgotten the moment you leave this earth or be remembered for generations because of the difference you made. Building a legacy requires intentionality. It is not something that happens by accident. It is something you create every single day through your choices, actions, and the way you live your life. You do not wake up one day and suddenly leave a legacy. You build it brick by brick, moment by moment, through the values you uphold and the example you set. The way you treat people, the lessons you teach, and the principles you stand for all contribute to the mark you leave on this world. You are writing your legacy right now, whether you realize it or not. And every decision you make is shaping the story that will be told about you. Your legacy is not just about material wealth. It is about the wisdom, character, and values you pass on. Money can be lost, possessions can fade, but the principles you teach and the impact you make in the lives of others will last forever. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and innovators in history are remembered not just for what they accomplished, but for how they changed the world. They understood that success is temporary, but significance is eternal. They built something bigger than themselves, something that will continue to inspire, guide, and uplift people for years to come. Every interaction you have is an opportunity to build your legacy. The way you raise your children, the way you mentor others, and the way you contribute to your community all determine the influence you will have beyond your lifetime. Some people leave behind businesses, some leave behind books, some leave behind a movement that continues to shape the world. But no matter what form it takes, your legacy is built on the impact you make on others. It is not about how famous or wealthy you become. It is about how many lives are better because you existed. Your legacy is also built in how you overcome adversity. People will remember not just what you achieved, but how you carried yourself through the challenges of life. Did you give up when things got hard, or did you keep going despite the obstacles? Did you let fear control you, or did you push forward with courage and faith? The stories that inspire generations are not stories of easy success. They are stories of resilience, perseverance, and unwavering determination. When you refuse to be broken by life's trials, you give others permission to rise above their own struggles and fight for something greater. A true legacy is one that multiplies. It does not stop with you. It continues through the people you have influenced and the principles you have instilled. When you teach others to lead, when you empower others to succeed, and when you set an example that others want to follow, your impact grows beyond what you could have ever done alone. The greatest thing you can leave behind is not just what you built, but the people you built up. Your legacy is the story you leave for future generations, and every single day you are deciding